Hi everyone, this is Ludi. My family and I used to live in Addis Ababa for 2 years. And here I would like to share to you guys the top things I miss about Ethiopia. Number 1, coffee. Ethiopia prides itself as the birthplace of coffee. And I 100% love Ethiopian coffee. They call their black coffee buna, and it tastes fantastic. It's the most true, solid black coffee I've ever tasted. My favorite one is when they make the traditional jabena buna, in which the coffee is made in a jabena or a clay pot looks like this, and then it is poured into small cups like this. Coffee is a big part of Ethiopian culture. Most Ethiopian ladies know how to make this jabena buna, from the process of sorting the coffee beans, roasting them, grinding, the whole process of coffee making. In a traditional Ethiopian household, coffee is served in a ceremonial way 3 times a day, morning, noon, and evening. You can find coffee sellers in every corner of Addis Ababa streets with affordable price, so it is really a people's drink. Number 2, nature. One thing I get tired from someone when I said I live in Ethiopia is they will say, "Oh, it must be so hot over there." Okay, so Africa is a huge continent with diverse landscape and climate. A lot of people have a misconception when they hear Africa. They only imagine the Serengeti Savannah from the National Geographic Channel or the Sahara Desert. Ethiopia is not like that. First, let's talk about the weather. Weather in Addis Ababa and its surrounding area is heavenly. Addis Ababa is situated in highland. All year round, the average weather in Addis Ababa is super pleasant at 15 to 20 degrees Celsius. And in winter time, it could even go very cold to 5 degrees Celsius. My normal attire during my days in Addis Ababa is hoodie or jacket. And then the nature. Ethiopia has a diverse landscape from tall rocky mountains, grasslands, and even some of the hottest spots in the world. But my favorite is the pristine green hills and lakes. With the fresh, pure air, the place is just blessed. Number 3, food. Ethiopian food is very unique. Their main carbohydrate is called injera. It is basically a big pancake on which you will put your vegetables and proteins. It is made of injera, which is a wheat grain grown in Ethiopian regions, which people now consider as a superfood because they found out it contains many good stuff, especially zinc. I think this must be one of the secrets why many marathon champions are Ethiopians. I have to say, it takes a while for me to get used to the sour taste of injera, but once you're used to it, you'll get hooked. The secret is you have to dip the injera to the sauce. And they cook very good meat dishes too. Number 4, people. Last but not least, one thing that always brings smile to my face and sense of warmth whenever I reminisce about my time in Ethiopia is gotta be the people. Ethiopia, also historically known as Abyssinia or Habesha, has a deep and rich history. And they're proud of it. Ethiopians in general are proud people. They are warm and social people. Expect a stranger to strike up a conversation with you in a coffee shop, and don't be surprised if they pay for your coffee at the end because they want to honor you as their guest. It definitely happens to me more than once. But here are some unique traits that you probably don't know unless you've lived there. Ethiopians are very stylish. Yes, they know how to dress well and they follow the latest fashion trends, young and old people. I've been to more economically advanced cities than Addis Ababa, but on average Addis Ababa guys and ladies dress more stylish than people on those more advanced cities. Shoe shining is a very unique concept that I haven't seen anywhere else in the world. Same like coffee sellers, you can find shoe shiners in everywhere in Addis Ababa streets. Ethiopians really care about wearing clean shoes. They could wear old clothes, but shoes must be shining, baby. Religiousness. According to Pew Research Institute, Ethiopia is the most religious country in the world, with Indonesia, my country, coming in second. That's why I feel Indonesians would relate a lot with Ethiopians. Definition of religious here is that people think that God and religion is an important part of their life. Majority of Ethiopians are Orthodox Christians, whom I found are very dedicated to their faith. They go walking to church at 4 a.m. in the morning, where it is dark and very cold. They even climb the hills as well to go to their church. I've seen it by myself. But the thing I love about their religiousness is their tolerance. I'm a Muslim. There are a lot of mosques in Addis Ababa, but the locations are not always nearby. So when you are going out and it's prayer time, Most of the time, you just have to make your prayer in random spots, such as in the corner of a mall or on the sidewalk. Nobody bats an eyelid, let alone staring at you. It is a very normal thing for them. Nobody looks at you differently or treats you differently because of your religion. And so, that's my story. Ethiopians, Amasaganalaw. I love your country, but my family and I really miss it. Wish we will come back soon again there someday. And for those of you who have not gone to Ethiopia or are thinking to go, please go. You'll have one of the best time in your lives. Ciao, ciao.